Imagine strolling Fulton Street Farmers Market and coming upon the most gorgeous and abundant flower booth you have ever seen. Today, you are going to meet Heather Snippe, co-owner, co-founder of Idlewild Farm, and she is going to tell you exactly how you could have gorgeous flowers like this in your home throughout the growing season.
Welcome to Coffee with Steve and Margot. I'm Steve Drake.
And I'm Margot Drake. Welcome, Heather. Good morning.
Hi, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Tell us who you are, what you do, and your favorite thing about West Michigan.
So my name is Heather Snippe, and I am, my husband Aaron and I started the farm, Idlewild Farm, 5 years ago. We're going into our 5th growing season. And I run the farm full time and pretty busy from, we start growing things in May all the way until November when frost hits. And I also have 2 children, Ada, who's 13, and Ruben, who is 10. So I'm a mom and a flower farmer.
You're juggling so many things.
So much. And so I'd say sorry?
Oh, go ahead. You go.
Oh, so what I love about West Michigan, there's so many things, but I'd say for me, what really draws me to this area is I love having 4 distinct seasons and the way that I can kind of feel those natural rhythms as the seasons change. And, summer's really busy for us, but due to the climate, it's always nice to kind of have those slower, sleepy moments in the winter to kind of restore yourself and be a little bit more internal, I guess. And then it's kind of go time when the seasons change. So I really love all that Michigan offers in terms of growing. I think West Michigan we have quite a bit of diversity agriculturally, and I've just really appreciated that about this area.
Well, I think wildflowers are as diverse as you can get.
Yeah,
it's crop.
True.
It's beautiful.
And
you
get to witness the seasons and what happens actually during that season. You're so connected to it. You're so connected.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, even when you hear those spring peepers across the way with the vernal pond that shows up, it's just kind of a signal internally. Okay, it's go time. It's starting.
It's go time.
Just kind of
go time. Wake up.
Go time.
Take off the sleepiness from winter.
That's so great. So you have to tell everyone why the name Idlewild Farm, and then explain a little bit about the farm and what you've created.
Yeah, the farm meaning is very special to us. We get questions about that a lot. It started actually from my grandparents who they lived in Trumbull, Connecticut. We used to grow up visiting every summer, not every summer, but as much as we could. And for whatever reason, they named their property. They gave it a name. They named it Idlewild, and beautiful rolling hills. I mean, it looked like a park with ponds. And so it was a very special place. And that's actually where I first fell in love with flowers. My grandpa had a little greenhouse, and it was literally on his deathbed. I asked if we could name our farm Idlewild. So the caretaker took down our little sign that said Idlewild Farm and handed it to me. And it was a very tearful but very meaningful moment. And so that sign hangs on my house right now. And that's why we named it Idlewild. Yeah.
What a great story. Very sweet. It's a wonderful homage to your experience with your grandpa.
That's legacy right there. And before we dive into where people can find your beautiful flowers, talking about legacy, talk about how you are doing this and you have kids and what your kids do, because you said they're very active in helping.
Yeah, and so in getting into a little bit, so our farm is a 40-acre farm, but we grow on about 2 acres. So it's quite a bit of acreage. Even 2 acres is quite a bit to grow on with for flowers. So it does keep us quite busy. And so having the kids help us out really does help. Especially when they were younger, it was a little bit of a juggle. But they will help us with harvesting. They have kind of different sections that they like to harvest. They have their favorite flowers. Ruben especially likes flowers that you don't have to strip a lot of the foliage. It's just easier that way. He also loves managing the market stall in terms of handing people the money. He's kind of a mathematician. And then my daughter, Ada.
He's front of the house.
He's front of the house, yeah. He's very shy, but he has his little roles. And then Ada really loves arranging, and she does something called Ada Affirmations that she came up with, where she'll write a little affirmation each week on the back of your flower paper that you can find at the market, but she only does about 10 out of many bouquets. So you just don't know if you'll be the lucky winner, but that's kind of a sweet addition.
I'm
It's like
grabbing
Willy Wonka
the
Golden
packaging
Ticket.
out of in the recycler, and I am checking for an Ada affirmation.
Ada
That is the
affirmation.
cutest thing I have
It's really
ever.
sweet. Yeah, and
Okay.
it's nice. It's been, running a business, it's really hard to know. I don't always make it to every single soccer game. I might miss a few things, but having them incorporated into the farm like that has really added just so much to the business. And Ada does the market with me every single Saturday. She wakes up early, and she has a little following of people that come just to say hi to her. So it's been really rewarding to see how they can be woven into the fabric of the farm.
I think that's awesome.
You know what you are modeling, both you and your husband, for your kids. You are growing, you are literally growing something and building something. And everybody has a different job in it, and they're using their superpowers and their creativity and their strengths in different ways to help you. And that is so cool.
What's cool is when they're 18, 19, 20, 28, like our kids, you'll see the lessons that you modeled coming out in their personalities and their behaviors, which is like, praise the Lord, the experiment worked, and they did grow up to be amazing kids.
Oh, good. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. It's definitely a big part of it.
Know that.
What do you say? More is
caught than taught.
Yep.
And they will not do what you say. They will do what you do. Yeah. And you will not get that thank you until they're in their 20s. And the lessons you are teaching them are so powerful beyond, and sports are important, but they are not everything.
Yeah, so I like that.
I will get off my soapbox.
That's Margot's right there.
What? You can let everybody know where to find your beautiful flowers.
So we sell to florists. There's a couple local florist shops. But I'd say the bulk of what runs our business is the Fulton Farmers Market. So throughout the entire growing season, we are there every Saturday at Fulton Street. We then pick up Wednesdays and Fridays in July. So we'll be there Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday here until about August, and then we bump down to just the Saturdays. Another great way to find our flowers if you're local, we have a farm stand where you'll see flowers like these, the ones that are behind you. They're wrapped in our wrapper, nice eco-friendly paper with a sticker, and that's at our farm stand. And another lovely experience that has been quite popular is coming to the farm and doing our U-Pick, which that is open on every Saturday night and Friday morning. You can kind of sign up ahead of time to get a slot, or you can just show up and you get a pitcher and you just fit as many flowers as you can into the pitcher and bring them home. So that's been a really nice way to share the space with people.
It's a great, for everyone within West Michigan that doesn't get out, into Ionia County or Montcalm County, it's a beautiful drive. If you take M44 or Belding Road, same thing, all the way out, it's pretty. It's pretty any season, as a matter of fact. If it's winter, it's pretty. You're not going to go out there for flowers in the wintertime. But in the summertime, it's amazing. You see all kinds of little farms and wildlife, and it's just a great drive getting out there. I should know, I spent 30-some years living in Grand Rapids, driving to Greenville. So nice. I've done that a lot of times, and it's really quite pretty. Another fun way to take is like Knapp and Honey Creek and all that way to get out there. And before we get on to the event that we're going to talk about how cool it was to go to the farmers market on a Wednesday. It was so cool. Oh, so we've always taken the kids when they were little to the farmers market on Saturdays. It's fun. It's very busy. It's a much bigger production. Wednesday, I went to pick up these lovely things, and it was totally chill. There was a parking spot for me. The stalls. I arrived there at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Jonah, props to Jonah for being such a nice guy, was there running the stand, and it was beautiful. And what we'll probably do is drop a video in here of Jonah giving me the flowers. But it was a great time. Wednesday mornings are a great time to go get things done at the farmers market. And then you could have gorgeous flowers in your home or at your cottage throughout the weekend. And so I think this would be a great time to bring up the contact slide if you want to get a hold of
Heather and her team. You can scan, there's Ada.
There's Ada.
Affirmation Ada. And does she have a flower crown on?
Yes, of course.
This was actually at my sister's wedding. Yeah, so that was a flower crown.
So cute.
So gorgeous. Okay. So go to idlewildfarm.com. You can scan the QR code. And that is at 10594 Button Road. Or you can email Heather and her team at farmers at idlewildfarm.com. So Heather, let's talk about the upcoming event that is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so here at Idlewild, we run three main events throughout every season. And this is our summer event. It's July 19 from 4 to 9. It's the opening of the U-Pick. So it's a big party with live music under the apple trees. We have really nice twinkle lights under there. So it's just kind of a fun vibe. And as well as the U-Pick flowers, you can come and you sign up for a slot, or you show up and you get borrow a pitcher, do your U-Picking. And then we also will have the Smyrna Bar, which is a local restaurant right down the road from us, which is they're a lovely business to support. Really good food. They're going to be set up in the barn with meal tickets. And we have actually one of our employees has a bakery business, Thistle Baking Co. And she'll have a tent with hand pies and donuts. So lots of different ways to support local. Another big draw to this area that I didn't mention previously that I should, we also have another business on our property that we do not run, but it is our good friend named Dream Goats. And she will be having goat hikes. So we partner with them a lot. And she helps co-run these events, and goat hikes are quite a big draw.
You say that like everybody knows what you're talking about.
Right. What is a goat hike?
That's a whole nother coffee. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is coming too.
Come and walk. And then we also have, just to see, we have pigs on the farm, and it's just part of our regenerative agricultural practices where they till up the soil for us, and then their manure really enriches the soil. So that's really a beautiful piece of the farm that I think people enjoy when they come to see the farm, is kind of how we have those natural, organic. I mean, we're not legally organic, but we practice natural growing. So it's fun for people to see that.
And that's the most important thing. All right.
Yes.
Well, I told you this would go by in a blink. We're going to go on this amazing episode. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe and the little bell icon so you never miss an episode.
If you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, hit follow to keep up with us.
And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to today's Coffee with Steve and Margot and Heather from Idlewild Farm. We focus on and want to draw attention to the cool people, places, and things that make West Michigan an extraordinary place to call home. So until next time, plant good seeds.
Cheers. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.